Can you tell what just came in the mail by looking at this cute little packaging tape? It is my order from the Archer and Olive fall release. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. And today is an unboxing video. I've had a lot of these recently. I guess I'm just in a shopping mood. So I'm going to take off this packaging tape. I don't know why I'm trying to salvage it, but for some reason I'm going to see if I can peel it off. All right, so most of the packaging tape is still on it, actually. I was able to keep a little bit of it. I don't know if I were to reuse it, but it's so cute. All right, so let's take a look at how everything is packaged. So here we go. Here's my invoice. I bought so many journals that I guess fit perfectly in this box. They didn't even need much packaging materials. Yay. So this is their little card that you get with all of your orders now. Kind of talks a little bit about Archer and Olive. This is my little packaging, my package filler. So yes, I got a TN. 1, 2, 3. 8x8s. Yes, yes, yes. I went back and forth because I really like the B6. I mean, the B5. I like the B6 too, but I really like the B5. But I find that the 8x8s sell out really quick. And being as I was able to jump on and order this right when the sale started, right when the release started, I was like, let me go ahead and get the 8x8s now. And then, when they have a sale or something of that nature, usually you can snag a B5 if you really want one at that time, but the 8x8s are a little bit harder to come by. So that is why I did this. So I did get 3 items from the fall release and 1 from their everyday collection. So I'm going to go ahead and take all the plastic off, and then we are going to see what everything looks like. All right, all of the plastic has been removed. I also went ahead and removed the paper that's in the inside covering the journals. It just makes it easier on the back end when I go back to edit the videos. Hopefully I won't have to actually do any editing, which makes everything so much simpler. So that's the reason why I did that. But we are going to take a look at what's inside. I do want to remind you that I am an affiliate for Archer and Olive, so you can use my discount code AGWP to save 10%. I do have an affiliate link down in the description box, and I really would appreciate it if you would consider shopping through that link. I do earn a small commission, but as you can tell, I like to share things with you on my channel, so that's usually where the money ends up going right back into Archer and Olive. So yeah, I guess we should go ahead and get started now. Most of these were still available, at least at my last check. Some things I would say the 8x8s could sell out if they have not already, but some of the other sizes might be available. I am filming this on the 20th of August, and Archer and Olive did make a post today noting that they did have a few more slots for pre-orders available. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but as part of their seasonal releases, once things are gone, they are gone. They do not bring them back. The exception was they did do a bring back the favorites earlier this year, but that was a very limited release as well. So once they were gone again. So yeah, it is one of those things that they get you. They get you with that. It's like limited edition journal. So if you love it, you have to buy it. You can't wait to see if it ever goes on sale. You just got to go ahead and hit add to cart and buy now. And that's obviously what I did. So first things first, we are going to take a look at my TN, my traveler's journal. So you can see the spine of the box, which tells you which one I purchased. You see the little mouse, and it was the field mouse. Now this is, all of my journals are dot grid. Archer and Olive does now have options for A5 size. So just the A5 size, you can get dot grid, lined, or blank. So that is really cool. And then their heirloom journal that they released part of the fall collection, they usually release one maybe once a year. That was also available in lined or dot grid or blank. But all of your other sizes are only available in the dot grid. So everything I have is dot grid. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Like I said, I've already removed the paper. It just makes it open. So you should have saw me fighting to open it. So there we go. All of them have the little story of Archer and Olive and how great their notebooks are, which they are fantabulous, which is why I bought them. So yeah, when I saw this one, I was drawn to it, and it's very simplistic, especially compared to some of the other covers that were part of this release. But when I saw this, I loved it. You know how everybody loved the frog that was part of the spring collection? That's how I felt with this little guy. He's so cute. And because of the size of the image, that's the reason why I definitely use this, pick this one for the smaller size. I know I didn't want all big size notebooks, and I have plenty of A5, so I was not going to get an A5. I stay away from A5s because A5s are usually what you get in subscription boxes, or they're special like one-off boxes. So that's why I was like, I don't want to get an A5. So I was like tempted whether or not to get a B6, but I have a few B6s and I've yet to use them. I only have one other traveler's notebook, and I have been in and out of that, so it's been partially used. So I'm like, let's do this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love the color. It has kind of like a peachy pink kind of undertone, but it's definitely, I like neutral. I love neutral. The textures, like I said, it is vegan leather. I think everything that I got is vegan leather, but the texture almost feels a little like suede. Really cool texture. Let's see what this looks like on the inside. So there we go. You have your florals on the inside. Those. And then of course it's just dot grid, as with all of the ones I got. And then you have the ribbon bookmark with kind of the blushy type pink. And then your little Archer and Olive ampersand thing there. And then of course you have your bookmark in the back. I mean oh my goodness, your pocket in the back. I absolutely love the pockets. I use the pockets. Sometimes I use them too much and they get overstuffed, and you can just see the big gap in the back, because yes, I do use my pockets. All right, one down. That one I love that one. That one's so pretty. Okay, this one is, there we go. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? So this is the Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. Are they mums? Is that where the word mums come from? I do not have a green finger, or the green thumb. Green finger. I do not have a green thumb. But yeah, so I got the 8x8 of this one. When I was doing my like look through, this was the only one that I knew without a doubt I was getting the 8x8. All of the others, I went back and forth with the sizes that I wanted, because I absolutely love the B5, which is the larger size. It's a little bit larger than classic. It's funny, I'm going smaller in planners, but I do like to go a little bit bigger in journals. Who would have thought? But yeah, I knew I was gonna get the 8x8. I just like how they actually did the florals and this size. They actually added a few more. So like the other ones have 3 florals, which fits those cover sizes perfectly. But instead of just like enlarging them, they just added a few more. And I think that looked so nice. I just love the way this cover looks. Like they said, it's vegan leather. It feels more like material though. It feels really luxurious. Can you see? You can even tell it looks like it feels, if that makes any sense. Or it feels like it looks. There we go. It feels like it looks. And then there's the spine, y'all. Look at that. They are really up in their game when it comes to their designs on the spine. And then here we go for the inside. I don't know what that like design is, but I like it. I'm glad they didn't add some of the chrysanthemums. I'm glad they didn't add any of the mums. I think it's just a nice like contrast to what we see here. Super pretty. Let's take a look at the bookmark. The bookmarks, when they come folded in here, but when I took the papers out, they fell out and I just didn't feel like folding them back up. But there we go. So it's still gold. I do say gold because they did have one of the journals that had silver this year. So there we go. Yeah, this one was definitely going to be an 8x8. I just liked how that looked. I do like 8x8 journals. They are one of my favorite sizes, and they don't come. A lot of brands don't offer 8x8s, which also makes them really unique. But like I said, they also sell out pretty fast. This one here was the whole purpose of submitting this order. And I cannot just order one because then I'm going to have to pay $10 for shipping for one notebook. So then I add that shipping cost to what I'm paying for the notebook. And I'm like, yeah, no. So then I just add a whole bunch more to get free shipping, you know? So there we go. Can you tell? Can you tell? There we go. So yes, this is the bookshelf. Now this design is not only available on the notebook, which I believe you do have to pre-order most of these. I think most of these are sold out. Definitely the 8x8, but I think most of them are. This is also the cover of their brand new reading journal. So if you do want a reading journal that's already kind of set up for you, definitely take a look at that. I will say it leans more to the reader that is more interested in writing reviews of the books they read and not necessarily for like the monthly stats. I'm kind of opposite of that. So obviously I did not go for that, but I could not pass this up. Like I said, once it's gone, it's gone. And that was enough to get me to log in exactly when it went on sale, which was 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and place my order within 10 minutes because I wanted this so bad. They actually didn't sell out until like later on that day, I believe. So, but look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous too. They just kept the book theme going. I like that they did the bookshelves. Again, dot grid. Here's the color of the bookmark. And then of course your pocket. But look at that, y'all. That is absolutely gorgeous. So yes, on my bookshelf, this will probably be sitting like this on my bookshelf, because I want to see this and I want it to be like laying flat instead of like this. So yes, this also will not be going, I mean, it's gonna go in the box for the time, like for this moment, but it is not gonna stay on the box when I go to put it on my bookshelf. I will not be using this next year. I already have my reading journal picked out for 2026, and it fits the theme that I'm doing for 2026 because I am going to theme it. But this is definitely probably going to be like maybe 2027. And I like that because this obviously is a very, very popular design. So I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be using this for 2026. And then I could be different when I use it in 2027. That's what makes me feel better about buying these journals that I have no intention of using within the next year. I'm going to keep it on my shelf and hold off on using it until everybody else has used theirs. And then when I bring it, it'll be refreshing again. So here is my other journal. Now this is not part of the fall release. This was part of their previous release, which was it earlier? Was it July? I can't remember, like July, almost August, which was like their everyday collection. I didn't make a purchase then because this was the one thing that I wanted. And again, I didn't want to pay shipping for it. So yes, can you see Majestic Skies? So these, I don't think I mentioned it. The 8x8s have 160 pages in them. The TN has 144. Your A5 has the most pages at 192. And then your smaller notebooks, some of your smaller ones like your B6, I know that has 112, and possibly, I'm not 100% sure, but your pocket will probably have somewhere around that low end as well. Y'all, when I saw this, I absolutely love this. First of all, I love the blue. I love the blue. I am more of a dark blue person, but I love this blue. And I just love all of the gold foil on it. It is so pretty. I mean, look at that design. It is amazing. So it is, I think, like just stamped in with the foiling, but it is a little bit of, is it debossing when it goes inward and embossing when it's raised? Is that how it works? Because some of this, I think it does go like a little bit inward. So like you can see right here, like that is, we're going to just call it debossing. I could probably ask my AI assistant and she would tell me. And then we go, here's the back. So it has like little dots, like holes in there that are debossed or embossed. That's really cool. I did not know that that was in there. So that's really cool. I like this. And then look, here we go. Again, another one that you cannot put back in the box. So that is just so gorgeous. It will look so pretty on your shelf. I mean, I mean, it doesn't matter if I don't use them right away because they're gonna look so pretty on my shelf. They like serve as part decoration, right? And then here's the inside. I don't think I gave this one a good look. I think I just saw this and was like, yeah, I want it. I didn't really look at all of this because like this is also actually most of the interiors I couldn't remember. The bookshelf one I did, but that just shows you how much I pay attention before I buy. This is I like this because the other's like a lot of stars and like some planets and stuff on here, but it doesn't feel overly busy because there's like a lot of breathing room in between the elements. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot here, but it doesn't feel cluttered or busy. I really like that actually. Like I would not cover that up with anything. Super pretty. That's actually a little bit of a blue text. And of course you got that. And then you have your blue with your gold there. This one maybe could be a 2026 contender for something. I do have some projects coming up. I just have to decide like on the project that this one is potential for. When I was gonna buy this, I was gonna use it for the project that I was thinking of, but I wanted it in a B5 and then I ended up buying an 8x8 and a B5 was available. I will tell you that. I don't know why I bought so many 8x8s. I really like using the 8x8s. I think they are, I don't know why, they're a lot easier to use as a decorative planner just because it's square, you know, like everything is already symmetrical. So it just makes it easier to like block things out, square things off. And even like if you want to do layouts as far as like draw like Bujo style layouts, it's just easy for that. I probably should have bought at least one B5 because I think I have like 2.5 B5s left on my shelf that I've yet to use. I say a half because one of them I wrote in a couple of pages and then I decided against it. But yeah, so I probably do need to add some more B5s. So this might be it for the 8x8s for a while. But I love them. I absolutely love them. So like the B5 I was considering in the reading journal for like the bookshelf design. Because I do like B5s for reading journals. That's what I'm currently using. But I am going to an 8x8 next year. And I was like, what if I love the 8x8? Which I think I will. So yeah, I think for some reason, I feel like the 8x8 is a little bit more versatile for me for other purposes. I feel like the B6 for me would have to be like memory keep, or B5 would have to be memory keeping or like reading journal. Whereas the square one, for some reason, I can see that for like different purposes. Not a daily planner, but like just kind of fun journaling. So there we go, guys. That is my Archer and Olive fall release haul +1. I hope you enjoyed kind of watching me unbox it, hearing my takes on it, hearing how I'm not planning on using most of these next year. Yeah, that's how I roll. Will I be buying more stuff from Archer and Olive? Probably. They're going to have their next quarter's box coming up pretty soon because that usually gets released at the beginning of September. We'll have to take a look at that. I will have to take into account everything that I just purchased and maybe not purchase that. And then the Halloween release will be coming up. I do have a couple of journals that I got last year from the Halloween release. So it might be easier for me to say no to that, but we'll see. You never know. Like I said, when they say limited edition and once it's gone, I start panicking and FOMO hits and I just buy it. So we'll see. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please press that like button. If you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. Now, that's all I have for now. Hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.